Thinking about buying a home with a pool on the Mississippi Gulf Coast, or maybe you're considering building one yourself. In this video, I'm going to walk you through this incredible fiberglass beach entry pool, the equipment that keeps it running efficiently, maintenance tips that saves time and money, and some important things Gulf Coast homeowners should know before installing the pool. Hey everyone, I'm Travis Paige with Better Homes and Gardens Expect Realty, and we're taking a closer look at one of the most desirable backyard features you can have here on the Mississippi Gulf Coast, a fiberglass pool with a beach entry. Pools are a huge lifestyle upgrade here in South Mississippi, especially with our long summers, but not all pools are created equal. Let's break down what makes this setup so special. First, let's talk about fiberglass pool construction. Fiberglass pools are pre-manufactured shells installed directly in the ground, unlike concrete pools that are built on site. Here on the Mississippi Gulf Coast, fiberglass pools have become extremely popular for several reasons. They're the smooth surface, it's easier on the feet and swimsuits, less algae growth compared to concrete, lower maintenance overall, faster installation time, very durable in our coastal climate. Chemicals costs are typically lower. One of the biggest advantages is maintenance. The smooth fiberglass finish makes it harder for algae to stick to, which means less brushing and fewer chemicals over time. And this beach entry design is a major feature. It gives you that resort style feel with gradual walk-in access instead of a traditional steps. Beach entries are becoming really popular because they combine luxury with functionality. They're great for kids, big area to play on. They're easier to access for older adults. They're perfect for lounging. You can put the chairs out there on them. It's a more safer entry point, and it gives that backyard a high-end resort appearance. The style also makes the backyard feel a lot bigger, more connected to the outdoor living space. Now let's talk about the equipment that actually keeps the pool clean, efficient, and swim ready. There's the pump, which this pump is the heart of the system. It circulates the water through the filter and the sanitation equipment. This one is a variable speed pump, which is quiet. It saves electricity. It's a lot more energy efficient. Then you have the filter. The filter removes the dirt, debris, and fine particles from the water. There's different types of filters. A couple of the most popular ones are cartridge filters, sand filters, DE filters. Most homeowners love cartridge filters because they're simple to clean. They require less backwashing. You're not wasting chemicals. You're not wasting water. Then you have the sanitation system. This system, it handles the sanitation, whether it's traditional chlorine or a saltwater setup. This one actually has a saltwater setup. And here's a helpful note. Saltwater pools still use chlorine, but they generate it differently and are often a lot more gentle on the skin and the eyes. You can also add a heater. There's gas heaters, there's electric heaters. If a pool has a heater, that can add an extended swim season here on the Mississippi Gulf Coast. Sometimes you can swim year round. Now let's talk about a couple shortcuts that help keep a pool looking amazing without spending your entire weekend maintaining it. Tip number one, use a robotic cleaner. A robotic cleaner is one of the best investments you can make. It handles debris, dirt, leaves, whatever's on the floor of the pool, the walls, and it'll do it all automatically. Next, you need to keep the water balanced weekly. Testing your water once a week is much easier than fixing major chemistry problems later. You've got to check your pH, your chlorine, your alkalinity. There's phosphates, there's certain chemicals that need to be checked often to keep your pool looking great and not creating any damage to the surface of the pool. The next tip, make sure you keep your skimmer basket clean. Clean skimmer baskets and pump baskets regularly, especially during pollen seasons and after storms. There's always a lot of debris that blows in. You have leaves, all kinds of trash that may have blown into the yard, and it'll stop up the skimmer baskets and make the pump run harder if it can get water at all. Sometimes it'll cause the pumps to burn up. Next, run the pump enough to create enough chlorine with the saltwater generator to keep the pool sanitized. In our heat and humidity, proper circulation is critical. Now, some of the benefits of having a variable speed pump is that you can run the pump at certain RPMs, certain times of the day to help cool the water, sanitize the water, clean the pool, and you don't have to run the pump 24 hours. So there's some of the cost savings you can have by having a variable speed pump. Next tip, Watch the landscaping. Palm trees and heavy landscaping, it looks beautiful, but they can add a lot of maintenance headaches with leaves and debris. They get in the pool, and then that goes back to the skimmer baskets and the pump baskets getting clogged without you knowing, especially after a storm and a good blow. Goes back to having a pump with issues on pulling water. Now let's talk specifically about owning a pool here on the Mississippi Gulf Coast, because our environment creates a few unique considerations: salt air and corrosion. If you're near the water, salt air can wear down metal equipment faster. Um, you need to make sure you have regular inspections on your equipment. Make sure the materials that you use when installing your pool is corrosion resistant. And we also get a lot of rain during the summer pretty often, and also from the storms and hurricanes. With that being said, we need to make sure that you have good drainage or overflow systems. You need to monitor the water levels. Another thing to consider is insurance considerations. Some insurance companies may require fencing, gates, or additional liability coverage. That's a big deal. You want to make sure you have self-closing gates, make sure the gates are at the right level, 48 inches to the top. And another thing to consider is resale value. A well-maintained pool can absolutely increase appeal and marketability here on the Gulf Coast, especially in the higher end neighborhoods. But poor maintenance can become a red flag for buyers. If you're buying a home here on the Mississippi Gulf Coast with a pool, here are a few things you definitely want to inspect. The age of the liner or the shell, cracks or settling, equipment age, pump operation, filter condition, signs of leaks, deck deterioration, automation systems, heater condition, and as always, ask about maintenance records and warranty if available. If you're thinking about buying a home with a pool here on the Mississippi Gulf Coast, or you're considering installing one yourself, hopefully this video gave you some better insight and understanding of what to expect. I'm Travis Paige with Better Homes and Gardens Expect Realty. If you have any questions about this content or coastal homes, pool, outdoor living, or real estate along the Mississippi Gulf Coast, feel free to reach out. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.